One love. Chee.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first More Than Pink virtual dinner celebrating 25 years. And thank you to Encore Event Entertainment for kicking off this year's event. You can't tell whether they're lip syncing or not. You provide first-class premier entertainment to any event, even when it's virtual. I am Zach Crone, and I have the pleasure of guiding you through this incredible evening packed filled with community updates, auction, and entertainment. And the fact that you are logged on from the comfort of your own home to show your generosity for our organization that relies 100% on your donations for all the wonderful people that are counting on you in their fight against breast cancer deserves our utmost gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. This is the first time where we've performed a gala where the entire viewing audience was in their sweatpants and pajamas. As you know, tonight's event is a culmination of celebration and fine recreation, so you are here for the gravitation towards libation, conversation, or social acclamation. We hope that you'll give kind contemplation towards a wonderful donation for the health and dedication of the San Diego population. We have this wonderful, exciting evening planned for you. If you haven't already, please text the phrase 25 years, all spelled out, no numbers, no spaces. 25 years is the phrase, and you text it to 76278 to create your online account. You can also visit our More Than Pink virtual dinner website at komensandiego.org/dinner. Once you've created your account, access our online auction under the items tab, and you are well underway to place your bids. Every time you bid, it's a good deed to help those in need, so bid with speed and impede upon someone else from trying to succeed. This year, we've curated several amazing packages. Check them out now and bid on your favorite package. We have a custom 5x3 foot painting on a 1.5 inch with professional grade canvas created by local artist Claire Marie. Claire specializes in creating live art and murals at events. You can check out her work at clarityart.wordpress.com or at clairemarie_art on Instagram. We will check out her piece in a little while, but first, let's get your juices flowing now with a little throwback to the 1990s. We have some pop quiz trivia for you to answer from home. And since we can't see you, you'll have to convince those in your household that you know most about the 90s. So here's question 1. If you think you know the answer, type in the correct answer into the YouTube chat bar, and the first person to give us the correct answer will win a box of See's candy. Which of these movies came out in 1995? Is it A, Cinderella, B, Toy Story, C, Beauty and the Beast, or D, Aladdin? The original animated feature Aladdin, not the scary one with Will Smith. The answer? Toy Story. Who went back and watched the entire Toy Story marathon to prep for Toy Story 4 recently? I can't believe how good the animation still looks, and I can't believe that you had that kind of free time. Question 2, which color M&M debuted in 1995? Is it A, red, B, green, C, purple, or D, blue? The answer? It is blue. And the first person who answered correctly in the YouTube chat will receive a box of See's candy and be notified by our event manager on Monday. And don't worry if you didn't get those questions right. We'll have some more 90s throwback trivia for you throughout the evening. You'll want to stay tuned throughout the entire program because anyone who purchased a ticket, table, or donated more than $100 is entered into one of our 3 drawings with amazing prizes throughout the program, including Disneyland, a personal massager, Padres game, and more. Also, don't forget to download the Komen Bingo card with the link in the chat box and follow along throughout the program and mark your bingo card when you hear a word spoken that is on the card. Once you've blacked out the entire card, email a photo of it to events@sdkomen.org. Time is of the essence. The first 5 to submit their winning bingo cards will win another chocolate package from See's Candy. And we have a great program in store for you if you haven't already figured that out. So sit back, relax, and have a drink in your hand. And if you're one of our VIP ticket holders, we hope that you're enjoying your meal delivered to you by DoorDash from one of our partnering restaurants, Blaze Pizza, Broken Yoke Cafe for tomorrow morning's breakfast, Cupcakes a la Yola, Gossip Grill, Hope 46, Mimo's Italian Kitchen, North Italia, Panera Bread, Por Vita Cafe, Rockin' Baja Lobster, and the Crack Shack. It is now my pleasure to introduce a very special performer ready to dazzle you tonight by the name of Spags. Widely known on the scene as the DJ violinist, Spags creatively merges the classic violin world with modern music world. Classically trained from an early age, with a degree in music, Spags wows audiences all over the world with her unique combination of precision and soul. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Spags, here to perform a custom compilation live from her loft in Los Angeles.
Hi guys, my name is Spags and I am joining you from Los Angeles, California. I am so happy to be a part of the More Than Pink virtual dinner celebrating 25 years of Komen San Diego. So from my home to yours, I just want to bring a little fun and a little cheer. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
sing Living on a Prayer along with that, you got to check your pulse. That was like Bon Jovi, but without all the Aquanet. That was awesome. Thank you, Spags, for that mix of Dance Monkey, Havana, Cake by Ocean, and of course, Living on a Prayer. A virtual event certainly has a different feel, and we're grateful to have you, even if you are physically distanced from us. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, if you haven't already texted the phrase 25 years, all spelled out, no numbers, no spaces, to the number 76278 to create your online account, do so now, or please visit KomenSanDiego.org/dinner. Once you've created your account, access the online auction under the items tab, and we have wonderful items, everything from a cabin trip to a brand new electric car for the kids. That cabin is your chance to rest in relief of refreshing relaxation and rejuvenation as you regale and rejoice in a remarkable rendition of refined recreation and table the task of tarnation and trauma and get away from the trouble and tyranny of traffic and trouncing tangles of tension and trepidation and treat yourself with a trip of timeless tranquility and alleviation. Let's check in with Claire Marie on her custom art piece made especially for today's event. We will also be giving away some great items, so stay tuned to the very end. Anyone who has made a donation, including a ticket, a table purchase, is in for a chance for our opportunity to run to a Disney ticket, a Padres game package, or a high-end massager. Now, before we jump into our giveaways, let's learn at this time about how Komen San Diego has been supporting this community for 25 years, grounded in its work of research, action, community, and care. I have the distinguished pleasure and honor of introducing to you my dear friend that I've been collaborating with for months in anticipation of tonight's event. You know her as the interim president and CEO of Komen San Diego. Welcome, Meredith Hall-Chand.
Thank you very much, Zach, for being here with us and sharing this special evening. And thank you to each of you who has joined home to celebrate and honor the incredible work and the people who have been associated with this organization for 25 years. It surprises some when they learn that Susan Goodman Komen was a real person who passed away from breast cancer at age 36. When Susie was diagnosed with breast cancer in the 70s, at age 33, topics on breast cancer were not widely discussed. Information was scarce and mostly censored in the media. No 800 numbers, websites to browse, or pamphlets to inform patients and their families. Susie and others began to change this landscape for generations to come. Women like Shirley Temple, Betty Ford, and Margarita Rockefeller opened up about their diagnoses. This movement started as a promise between Susie and her sister, and has led to hundreds of communities, domestic and international, coming together to end breast cancer forever. And it led to our roots in 1995, where a group of dedicated volunteers made the same promise to the San Diego community. 25 years later, investing over $19 million in research to find the cures. In celebration of our anniversary, we want to give special recognition to 25 influencers in 25 years who have made remarkable strides in the fight against breast cancer. There are thousands more that deserve recognition. However, tonight, we want to highlight a few of those who have built a remarkable breast cancer community, where neighbors support one another by shaving their heads in solidarity, offering a shoulder to lean on during the toughest medical treatments, gathering in Balboa Park to walk in support of a loved one, or hosting events to raise awareness and funds to help thousands of patients in need every year in San Diego. Here's a snapshot of some of their stories. Rosalie, a true pioneer of Komen San Diego, literally getting us off the ground and into our first office. Chantal, who exemplifies merging passion and purpose, shows others how to live this way. Our fearless leader, Marilee, who leaves the pink spirit everywhere she goes. Power couple Doctors Barbara Parker and Jeff Wall, who have dedicated their lives to finding cures for breast cancer and saving people with medicine. Linda, who has continuously steered us toward our mission. Lorraine, someone who epitomizes community building. Paula, an advocate since the 90s for uninsured and underinsured women. Irene, a Komen champion who reminds us that saving someone's life can be as simple as asking, "How can I help?" Michael, a supporter of all San Diegans in need. Anne, volunteer extraordinaire for over 22 years. Our fiercest advocate, Lillian, who has given hope to the hopeless. Catherine, providing decades of bringing friends together to hold one another up during diagnosis and treatment. Robin, who is providing real-life tools in the hospital for newly diagnosed patients. Marcia, dedicating her life to serving others, especially those battling breast cancer, in honor of her mother. Marty, publicly demonstrating the impact of breast cancer. Laura, the truest leader in the breast cancer community, giving of herself to everyone and anyone she meets. Sisters Carla and Sandra, the truest example of a supportive family. Hannah, who we lost earlier this year to metastatic breast cancer. The most vibrant defender of rights for those battling breast cancer. And Lizzie, who, like Susie's sister, dedicated her life in honor of a loved one. As we celebrate our 25th year, we are deeply grateful for those who have dedicated their time, energy, treasure, and tears, giving decades of service to our breast cancer community. We are here because of all who have given so much. Each of you tuning in has led us today. Although our world looks different and feels so much different than it did just a few months ago, where we're missing our everyday normal, from grocery trips to vacations and everything in between. Perhaps some of us are actually starting to miss those gala chicken dinners. As we get back to our new normal, many may not be able to do so. For our patients who are immunocompromised, they are the ones who are missing so much. In light of COVID-19, the breast cancer community has risen to the occasion once again by providing groceries to newly diagnosed breast cancer patients, showing up on FaceTime to be present during a family member's chemotherapy treatment appointment, and hosting virtual support groups so that no one ever feels alone, even in this time of uncertainty. Patients like Kelly, who received help when she needed it so that she didn't end up homeless during this pandemic, because of the generosity of the people tuned into their electronic devices right now. All of you. I'd like to close with a thank you note from Kelly. You've shown me an abundance of benevolence, warmth, and love. And for that and more, I will be forever grateful. On behalf of the other Kellys meeting us today, thank you for sharing your evening to learn how you can change people's lives in a positive way. I celebrate each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Meredith. And that was an incredibly touching speech of gratitude. It really exemplifies why you are an incredible executive director. I'd like to take a moment and thank all of our generous sponsors. I'd also like to say I am, too, looking forward to those gala chicken dinners. In fact, people have often referred to me as a living embodiment of the gala chicken dinner.
You can hear me.
Thank you to our Rose-level sponsors, Innovision Marketing Group, as well as Scatina Daniels Communications. Our blush level, Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air, as well as Kaiser Foundation Health Plan, Mission Federal Credit Union, Ranch and Coast Magazine, San Diego Business Journal, and Scripps MD Anderson Cancer Center. Our Sherbert level is Eventavision, audiovisual, who's providing everything you see behind us. L'Chaim San Diego Magazine and San Diego Gas and Electric. A special thanks to our honorary committee chairs, Marilee and Mike Neal. We couldn't do this without each and every one of you and our generous sponsors, so thank you to everyone who made this event possible. There are countless companies and individuals who have been dedicated to meeting the most critical needs in San Diego by investing in breakthrough research to prevent a cure to breast cancer, and so please join us in watching this short video.
Thank you for joining us at Susan G. Komen San Diego for our first ever virtual event. Today, we're celebrating a momentous occasion, 25 years of service to San Diego. I'm Lizzie Wittig, Komen San Diego's Director of Mission and Public Policy. I've been proud to stand by Komen San Diego since its inception back in 1995 with our first Race for the Cure. Since then, Susan G. Komen has continued to be the leader in the fight against breast cancer by remaining grounded in our 4 pillars of work: research, action, community, and care. While I started walking in the Race for the Cure as a kid to support one of my mom's friends, that shifted for me when my own mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had no idea that the research Komen invested in would have such a large impact in my life. After being diagnosed with HER2-positive breast cancer, a quick progression to metastatic disease, and multiple failed chemotherapies, my mom and I were told she only had 6 months to live. However, she was able to enroll in a clinical trial here in San Diego for a new combination of treatment with Herceptin, which was funded in part by Komen. After receiving this new treatment, my mom lived another 6 years instead of 6 months. Not only did Komen help completely turn the tables on what was once considered an aggressive and terminal type of breast cancer by helping develop this new treatment, but Komen also gave me 6 years with my mom that I wouldn't have had without this organization or its supporters, donors, staff, and volunteers. I believe in Susan G. Komen's pillar of research. The research Komen funds is helping to better understand, detect, and treat all breast cancers, especially deadly metastatic breast cancer. It's increasing access to and participation in innovative clinical trials like the one my mom was part of, and it's funding the next generation of breast cancer researchers.
I am Delia Balmier, Komen San Diego's Health Equity Coordinator, and I stand by Komen for my mother, my sister Joanne, and myself who are BRCA positive. I believe in Susan G. Komen's pillar of action for advocating for research funding and access to affordable, high-quality breast health and cancer care services, providing the public and elected officials with accurate, widely accepted breast cancer information, and eliminating disparities in breast cancer care and outcomes by addressing gaps in access and quality.
I'm Carla Lopez, Komen San Diego's Office and Outreach Coordinator, and I stand by Komen for my sister Sandra, who is living with metastatic breast cancer. I believe in Susan G. Komen's pillar of community for gathering survivors, those living with metastatic breast cancer, co-survivors and their communities, together to honor, support, and celebrate, offering volunteer opportunities so that individuals and communities can match passion with movement, and providing scientifically accurate information, support, and compassion through the Komen Breast Care Helpline.
I'm Francisco Munoz, Komen San Diego's Development Coordinator, and I stand by Komen for all of those who, like my mother, lost their battle with breast cancer. She was first diagnosed in 1995, the same year that Komen San Diego was founded, and passed away when I was only 8. I believe in Susan G. Komen's pillar of care for improving access to quality breast health services through patient navigation, ensuring underserved patients have access to low or no-cost screening, diagnosis, and treatment, and eliminating barriers to survivorship by providing services like financial assistance, clinical trial helplines, and psychosocial support.
Thank you all for being part of a community that I hold so dear. I still celebrate my mom's birthday every year, and it's a great honor to me that after growing up with Komen San Diego, I get to celebrate the organization's 25th birthday just one day after my mom's birthday. So I invite you to join me in commemorating 25 years of service to our San Diego community, and to learn how we can continue to lead the fight against breast cancer so that in the next 25 years, we'll be celebrating birthdays instead of remembering them. For tonight, let's come together for all the birthdays that we remember and celebrate and fight for. Thank you again, and happy birthday, Komen San Diego.
Thank you for that incredibly and wonderful, insightful video. Unfortunately, like many of you, I too have had a personal tie to breast cancer as I watched my mother battle breast cancer, and thankfully, she's now in remission. In San Diego, 6 women every single day are told that they have breast cancer. 1 woman passes away from this terrible disease every single day. One of the ways Komen San Diego has been combating these statistics is through programs and services for early detection and effective treatment. This means improving laws and removing barriers and elevating women and sometimes men who are directly impacted by this disease. It takes a community as a whole to help combat these statistics. And that's why we are here tonight, to continue the fight against breast cancer for them and their families. You can make a difference in the lives of so many. And at any time throughout our program, you can log into your account and donate. Or make it even easier, simply text 25 years to the number 76278 to donate on your mobile device. That again is text the phrase 25 years to 76278 to donate on your mobile device. Now I hope everyone has a glass nearby as we check in with our honorary More Than Pink virtual dinner chairs, Marilee and Mike Neal, for a 25th anniversary toast.
My name is Marilee Neal, and together with my husband Mike, we are honored to kick off this evening with a celebratory toast. Tonight, we gather virtually, our new way to gather, right? And by the way, Mike, you COVID clean up well.
Well, all except the lack of a haircut.
I don't think you're the only one.
Well, that's true.
It feels kind of good to dress up for a change.
You know, it does. And in fact, we would normally all be together all dressed up tonight.
But instead, we're safely in our own homes. And this evening commemorates 25 years of Susan G. Komen San Diego.
25 years.
25
wow.
years. We've stayed true to our mission, and now more than ever, the critical needs that we provide are essential to breast cancer patients and their families. It's your presence tonight, your unwavering dedication, and of course your support to Komen San Diego for 25 years. So, on behalf of our amazing staff, our esteemed board of directors, and our advisory council, who encompasses some of San Diego's most admired individuals, we sincerely thank you. I invite you all to raise your glass. And tonight, I toast to a most incredible organization. And I toast to you all. And I toast to all of those who we know who've been touched by breast cancer. Cheers.
Thank you, Marilee and Mike, for that wonderful toast. I managed to drink my entire glass. It is certainly an honor to celebrate 25 years of changing people's lives for the better. And as we mentioned at the opening of the program, we have some exciting giveaways to hand out. There's still time to enter your name into the opportunity drawings, and to do so, you can simply donate $100 or more, and your name automatically goes into that drawing. Text 25 years, all spelled out, no numbers, no spaces, to 76278. Our first amazing getaway is for 4 one-day park hopper tickets to Disneyland and California Adventure Park. Once we're all able to travel and leisure again, we all know that you're going to be heading to the theme parks. They're already open in Florida. They're going to be open here soon. And don't worry, because these tickets are valid until summer of 2021. So that's you, your spouse, and your 2 favorite children. Okay, are we ready to choose the winner? And the winner is, thank you, Blonde Ninja. The winner is Sharon Constantine. Congratulations, Sharon. That is a fantastic 4 park hopper tickets to Disneyland and California Adventure. The happiest place on earth, especially if you've been drinking in California Adventure. I also want to check in on some of our wonderful silent auction items, including the Kohler toilet and seat. This is a toilet and bidet. You can't find toilet paper anyway. Now is the time where the bidets are flying off the shelf. Text 25 years, all spelled out, no numbers, no spaces, to 76278 to create your online account, or visit KomenSanDiego.org/dinner. And once you've created your account, access the online auction items under the item tab. We have items, everything from a cabin trip to a new car. It's now the kids who are on Zoom and driving electric cars, not you. At this time, though, we're going to introduce the anchor, the smartest person in the room. It's my honor to introduce Dr. Thomas Buchholz, the medical director of Scripps MD Anderson Cancer Center, who will be providing an update on healthcare in our community. He directs all clinical activities and programs at Scripps MD Anderson Cancer Center, my old job, ensuring care is efficient, effective, and supports the patient-centered missions of the program. He leads the development of clinical research activities within the program, including collaboration with MD Anderson clinical trials in all other industry-sponsored and investigator-initiated trials. How do you put all that on a resume? Dr. Buchholz.
Thank you, Zach. What a remarkable evening. I think I'd like to first start by congratulating Komen San Diego on their remarkable 25th anniversary. Over those 25 years, you and, of course, the supporters of breast cancer here in this great city have really made an impact on breast cancer families and patients, and I thank you for that. I reflect back, what was I doing 25 years ago? I think, Zach, I was probably eating blue M&Ms and watching Toy Story. But exactly at that point in time, I dedicated my oncology career to focus exclusively on breast cancer. And so Komen's been a part of my life, and I've been a part of Komen ever since that time. When I look back over these 25 years, we've seen such remarkable advances. I have to say it's been a real privilege being an oncologist over the most exciting period of breast cancer history. And it's across all disciplines. When we think of imaging and early detection and the advances we've come, diagnosing breast cancer at much earlier stages in the United States. Within surgery, we see much less radical surgeries, more organ conservation, less radical lymph node dissections and avoidance of lymphedema, improved reconstruction. Within my own profession of radiation oncology, we're much more conformal in the delivery of our dose and spare dose to normal tissues, important ones like the heart. Within pathology, we used to think of breast cancer as one disease, but now we can interrogate the entire genome and appreciate that breast cancer has a variety of subtypes and they need to be treated differently with different agents. And finally, we have many advances in systemic treatments. It seems almost every week we're seeing a new FDA approval of a new cancer drug in breast cancer. In aggregate, these advances are making difference. Every year for my entire career in breast cancer, we've seen a decline in breast cancer death rates. And it's because of research supported by people like you and organizations like the Komen Foundation. Never has there been, however, a more challenging time. I know many of you are breast cancer survivors who are tuning in tonight, and remember those words that you were given when you had a diagnosis. Just think about that now at a time of COVID-19 pandemic. Our breast cancer populations are worried about how immunocompromised treatments can lead to risk of infection. We worry about other issues like having the support. But I'm proud to be of a community of San Diego providers where we're able to continue these treatments in an uninterrupted fashion and assure that our patients today are receiving that same high-quality, multidisciplinary treatment that they deserve. So thank you again to Komen, congratulations, and thank you for all the supporters of breast cancer research, disparities, access to care, and the many important things that you believe in.
Thank you very much, Dr. Buchholz. You do remind me of Buzz Lightyear that decided to go to medical school. We'll be doing a live Q&A later in the program. If you'd like to ask Dr. Buchholz a question, submit it in the YouTube chat throughout the program. And thank you, Dr. Buchholz, for that incredibly interesting update and your leadership on the Komen San Diego Advisory Council. We appreciate all you're doing to support our breast cancer community. He's saving lives. Let's pick it back up with some more 1995 trivia. This time, we're making it so easy with some true or false questions. So here it goes. True or false? The price of a postage stamp was 25 cents. Type in the correct answer into the YouTube chat section, and the first person to do so gets a box of See's candy. Like we need more calories. Answer 1 was false. The price for postage stamp in 1995 was 32 cents, up to 55 cents today. So today, if you want to mail a letter, you can either type an email or lick a stamp, lick an envelope, write it by hand, and mail it. It'll get there in 3 or 4 days. Question number 2, true or false? The Starbucks drink Frappuccino was released in 1995. Type in the correct answer into the YouTube chat bar. In the meantime, while you're thinking about it, currently the marketing director who came up with the name Frappuccino is no longer allowed in the continental United States. The answer is true. The drink was introduced to Starbucks locations all over the country in 1995 with the original flavors of mocha and coffee. So original. Now, let's take a look back at where we started from in our humble beginnings and how far we've come. Join me in watching this clip highlighting the Komen San Diego from 1995 all the way to today. It's an incredible history and how it's impacted the San Diego community and how it's made its fight against breast cancer known. I would like to say a special thank you to the creative team at Raindrop Branding and Marketing for your incredible in-kind donation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most critical and rewarding portion of our event here tonight. Make no mistake, this is one of the real reasons we are here. You can be the bridge that connects services to patient. In order to build that bridge, make sure to first text the phrase 25 years, all spelled out, no numbers, no spaces, to the number 76278 to create your online account, or visit KomenSanDiego.org/dinner. Once you've created your account, please navigate to the Donate Now section. Right now, I want to tell you about Tara Komen. She was diagnosed with breast cancer 15 years ago. This is her experience.
When I was 34 years old, I was living the dream. I had just bought a new home in San Diego with my husband, and I was trying to start a family when my bliss came to a halt when I found a lump in my breast. I had just asked my primary care physician if I should get screened early for breast cancer because I had an aunt who had it, but my doctor said I didn't qualify. After finding the lump, the doctor continued to say it was unlikely to be cancer because I was so young and didn't have a strong family history, but if I wanted, he would go in and take it out. I advocated to have the surgery and received a call from my doctor the Sunday after. I wanted to check your results before I went on vacation, and I can't believe I'm telling you this. It is cancer. I wanted to get genetic testing done to help determine my plan of action. I was repeatedly denied because my assessed risk was low. I couldn't even get a nurse to draw my blood for the testing kit, and ended up having to do a sit-in at a lab and told them they would have to have me arrested because I wasn't leaving until I was tested. My results came back positive for the BRCA1 mutation. Today, if someone is 45 years old or younger and diagnosed with any breast cancer, they are tested automatically for inherited genetic mutations. After hearing this news, I decided to have a bilateral mastectomy and hysterectomy and not have a biological child to avoid passing on my genes. My test results empowered me to make the difficult but right decision for myself. Through countless obstacles, I never gave up advocating for myself. I am now a 13-year breast cancer survivor and the proud mom of an adopted 10-year-old daughter. I received little help to navigate my journey. I did all my own research and advocacy, and experiences like mine led Komen San Diego in 2010 to fund the first patient navigation program in the region. These programs help patients navigate the healthcare system and are associated with improved survival rates. That initiative grew to a sustainable program, and now each medical institution in San Diego has a robust patient navigation system.
Friends, that's why we've been fighting for 25 years, to change the way we address diagnosis and treatment. Tonight, we're going to start the online paddle raise at $10,000. Help us honor someone you know who's affected by the disease. $10,000 can help 72 women with life-saving mammograms. And thank you to Marilee and Mike Neal for raising your digital paddle to help provide these life-saving mammograms at $10,000. We have no illusions about this disease and how it's affected our lives, which is why you're joining us tonight. All we ask in this moment is that your capability is equal to your compassion. As a core of our humanity encompasses the very basic principle that nobody should suffer unnecessarily because we fail to act. $5,000 provides mammograms for 36 women. It provides patient navigation for 4 breast cancer patients. Now, if you don't know what that is, our healthcare system is very difficult to navigate from different levels of different forms of diagnosis, especially the newly diagnosed patients. These navigators are individuals who are there to hold a hand and guide newly diagnosed cancer patients with the multiple steps through biopsies, treatments, MRIs, doctor appointments, and more. Believe it or not, there is a strategy to how our patients get their treatment. And they need someone who can guide them so they can focus on staying strong. And these navigators take care of the rest. And thank you to Lynn and Steve Doyle for your generosity at $5,000. It's an incredible act of generosity. This means a mammogram, an MRI, a biopsy helps with treatment and copays and the financial burden that comes along with this disease. We believe women can overcome anything, any obstacle that's placed in their way, especially when given the tools, the support, and the encouragement that they need when they're faced with life's most difficult choices. And that's what generosity is. Generosity, the very definition of generosity, is to be kind and give just as much as you would hope someone would give to you if you were in need. We've raised $102,880 so far. Thank you to Lynn Bautista Barroso for your incredible donation. I want to give every shout out. Leslie Lucas, thank you for your donation. If you give $2,500, you help provide 5 biopsies. You also provide a breast prosthesis for 8 women battling breast cancer so they can feel like themselves again. Thank you to Brad Norris for your support at the $2,500 level. Thank you to someone named Anonymous for their donation. Thank you to Lynn Sinks for your donation. There's so much you can do and so much you can give. And especially now, we're all facing a hardship the likes of which we have never seen before. People are struggling to make ends meet. People are struggling to find their way back into normalcy in life. Imagine dealing with everything that this pandemic has thrown at us and having breast cancer all at the same time. If you give $1,000, you help provide and supplement someone's rent or mortgage. We're at $103,930. Thank you, D. Ammon, for your wonderful donation. People are struggling to put food on the table. If you can give, you should. That is the very definition of generosity. It is the base genome of how we define the value of ourselves. An act of generosity defines who we are. It gives us purpose. We offer the assistance and crucial support needed during what can be one of the most confusing and scary emotional experiences in the human condition. In order to meet the needs of women throughout San Diego County, different types of medical clinic caring is needed, not just clinical, not just professional, but also sympathetic, also warm, also supportive. That's what we are here for. So when you hear an amount of giving that inspires you to give at any amount that is meaningful for you, simply click on a dollar amount that means something and give it. It's been said that battling cancer is like holding a lit match in your finger. As you watch that fire inch close to start burning your skin, you have to see how long you can simply hold on and get burned and see how much pain you can endure from that flame. We want you to put out that flame. We know you can put out that flame. That is our job here tonight. And for our metastatic breast cancer community who are literally trying to live long enough for their next treatment, your investment in Komen's research will fuel their hope and survivorship in finding a cure. You can save lives. It is that simple. We're at $104,930. We're getting very, very close to $105. If someone gives $70, we're at $105. Thank you to Christina Espinosa for your donation. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. It's that simple. And no one ever in the history of this world ever became poor from giving. Continue to give, and thank you, Jeffrey Sears. At this time, please join us in watching this short video. I want each and every one of you to let your true colors shine through as you continue to give throughout the course of our broadcast. Now, to see how breast cancer treatment has changed, let's hear from a breast cancer patient that was recently diagnosed, Tracy Allen.
I never had a mammogram because I didn't have a family history of breast cancer, and I thought it would be painful. So, every year when I was asked to get one, I would decline. I just felt like I didn't have to go through that. One day in 2017, I found a lump on the side of my left breast. I decided to get it checked out. I was put through a series of tests, and before being diagnosed with breast cancer, it was discovered that I had type 2 diabetes. I was self-employed at the time and trying to supplement my income with driving for Uber and Lyft. Once I began taking medication for diabetes and then chemo, I was unable to work, and it made my financial situation even more challenging. I had a navigator who hooked me up with resources and services. Komen San Diego paid my rent for a month while I was in treatment. I'm appreciative of the support, but I'm still suffering from chemo brain and memory issues. I was denied Social Security disability, and I am still struggling.
Friends, we cannot stop now. These patients need you now more than ever. $1,000 provides a 3-year supply of tamoxifen, a drug used to treat breast cancer that relies on estrogen for growth to a patient in need. Thank you for giving $1,000 to the likes of Catherine Blair, Jeffrey Sears, Letitia Hunt-Wheat, and Charles Davis. It is estimated that 1/3 of breast cancer deaths occur each year and could be prevented by technology and treatments that we already have. $500 can support the cost of a breast MRI, which are used in the management of patients with breast cancer. And thank you for giving $500 to Sharon Considine, as well as Patrick Elwood, Steve Goldstein, and Janine Larson. Thank you so very much. Putting food on the table might be a struggle for some. Could you imagine what a struggle it is for those who are trying to navigate their own treatment, stay healthy, stay positive? The last thing you want to worry about when fighting cancer is, can you feed your family? $250 fills a pantry with food for a month. It's amazing to think how we can make $250 last for a month of food for a family who is battling with the most terrible affliction to ever hit humanity. But you can do that for only $250. Just skip a payment. $250 can also provide one lymphedema sleeve. And thank you for the $250 that we know of as Rosie Davis, Robert Partridge, and Arlene Prater. Now, there's been over 400 people that have been tuned in to watch this virtual gala. If each and every one of you have given already, or you haven't given yet, you've been working on that perfect opportunity to give or give again, and you want to get entered into our raffle, you can, if everyone gives, all the 400 people that are watching, to give $100, we can raise another $40,000. And you'll know that every $100 helps our patient with a gas card to get to and from their appointment. You can also give again to make their donation work that much harder. And thank you to Sally Chan, Vicki Martin, Sheila Ricks, Carrie Steele, and Nakia Wilson. Thank you so very, very much for your incredible donations. As you continue to give, you can see that we're already at $106,655. Thank you, Kendall Bond, for your donation. Thank you, Brad Norris. Thank you for everyone who gives. Remember to text 25 years to 76278 to make sure you can give. Thank you, Kenyon Martin. As we mentioned at the opening of our program, we have some exciting giveaways to hand out, and there's still time to get your name into that opportunity drawing. If you donate $100, your name will be automatically entered, and you'll be in that drawing. Make sure to text 25 years, all spelled out, 76278. 278 to create your online account. We're going to draw our second drawing right here and right now. Make sure you remember your name. Have all of you been missing your massage therapy while in quarantine? Have you been sore and stressed and tense with anxiety? Well, our lucky winner is about to receive the Hyper Rice Hypervolt Massager. It comes with a multi-head attachments, and you can adjust speeds for a customized massage experience for maximum results in minimum time. My wife refers to these as her second husband. I don't know why. The Hypervolt was built to reinvent the massage experience, giving everyone the ability to move better, featured in a lightweight, durable, ergonomic design that you can take on the comfort and relaxation on the go. But really, if you're doing this while you're on the go, I mean, you must have an autopilot in your car. You shouldn't do this and drive at the same time. Well, it looks like we have a winner. And the winner of the Hyper Rice Hypervolt Massager is Linda Glassel. Congratulations, Linda. You got yourself a second husband. Just kidding. The Hyper Rice Hypervolt Massager. I'm very proud of you. Don't forget to continue bidding on all of our wonderful items in our silent auction, including that fantastic cabin getaway. We have everything from a Gulls package when hockey opens back up. That's going to be so fun. We also have a dinner and tequila pairing at Solaire, which is a wonderful opportunity. If the food is bad, you know the tequila is good. It solves. Either way, you're going to go 2 for 2. It's going to be a great time. Tequila, it's San Diego's lifeblood. San Diego is a drinking colony with a sailing problem, in fact. So make sure you donate your $100 to get entered into our last prize of the evening. Our event manager will be in touch with you on Monday to receive your prize. Now, it's really important. We want to make the most of this opportunity and grow our community so more people can tend to give. So make sure to follow us and hashtag us and submit your photos of you watching or you donating and honoring your donation. We want to share that with you. Follow us on Facebook at Komen San Diego or on Instagram at Komen San Diego or Twitter at Komen San Diego. We got the trifecta. Now, let's check in on our online auction, which closes at 9 p.m. Like I said, we have some absolutely fantastic items that you're going to want to make sure you bid on. If you don't bid, you won't win. It's just that simple. And, you know, you're pretty much bidding your way into heaven. It's really simple. You're becoming a better person, and we're giving you things in exchange. So we're going to double back and check in on our trivia game. Make sure to type in the correct answer into our YouTube chat bar. Hope you're submitting your questions to Dr. Buchholz as well. In 1995, what was the top-rated TV show? Was it A, Friends? How could it not be Friends? Was it B, ER? I need 7 cc's of sexy. Was it C, Seinfeld? What's the deal with television? Or D, Caroline in the City? Never watched it. Type in your answer into the YouTube chat, and the first correct answer will win a box of C's candy. The answer was B, ER, the show that paved the way for all medical dramas that we have today. It also paved the way for that Caesar haircut, which, looking back, was a terrible decision. And we have to be grateful that that show brought us George Clooney into our living rooms every week. He smelled like sandalwood. Question 2, which team won the 1995 World Series? Well, we know it's not A, the LA Dodgers, and let's hope it never will be again. B, the Seattle Mariners, C, the Houston Astros, or D, the Atlanta Braves? Type in that answer into the YouTube chat bar, get yourself some chocolate, and the answer is D. With baseball on temporary suspension, we would like to go back and rewatch all those old World Series games on ESPN, otherwise known as ESPN History, otherwise known as Dude, Talk to Your Wife. I'm going to pass it back to Meredith, who's going to take us into the next section of our program. Meredith?
Thank you, Zach. And thank you, everyone, for bidding on all of our auction items. Keep bidding throughout the night. We close at 9 p.m. I now have the honor of introducing you to our 25th anniversary honorary survivor. This is Sandra Lopez. She is fearless, brave, and one of the greatest women you'll ever meet. Here's a message from her.
On May 10th, which is Mexican Mother's Day, she showed up to my house and she surprised me because she had shaved her hair. She shaved her hair and she showed up. She said, "Happy Mother's Day to you." I'm like, why did you do that? You know, she didn't have to. And she shaved it all. She didn't have nothing. She didn't have anything. And that day, it was amazing. I was mad at her, but I was, you know, it was too much. I think that's the first day that I actually cried ever since I was diagnosed, when she showed up.
we love our hair. So when Sandra was going through treatment, through chemotherapy, her hair was falling. So one day she told me, what hurts me the most is my hair. She said, not so much that I have breast cancer, because at least, after the mastectomy, I could just cover myself up and I feel normal. But without my hair, I don't. And it just, it attracts people, people know that I have breast cancer. And I can't cover that up. So on Mother's Day, one of my cousins cuts hair. I said, I want you to shave my hair off. So she was cutting my hair crying, and then she cut it and then she shaved it. So the first thing I do is, after I left my cousins, I went to her house and I surprised her. She wanted to beat me up. She was like, why did you do that? I said, because I love you, and I said, we can both be bald together. And that way you don't feel, feel different. We're the same. And, I do it all over again. I love my sister. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Sandra, and thank you, Carla. A sister's love is something that is just so special, and the two of them really show us and demonstrate exactly how you can be there for a family member or a friend. I now have the pleasure of introducing you to two very powerful women. Marilee Neal, our board chair and honorary dinner chair for this evening, who's dedicated her life's work to raising awareness about breast cancer, who's in studio with us today. And Lillian Van Velde Gray, our 2019 honorary breast cancer survivor. Lillian has turned her breast cancer journey into a public platform to educate the community about breast cancer and raise critical funds for patients in San Diego. Welcome, Lillian.
Thank you for joining together with us tonight. I am blown away by the amount of generosity this evening. Last year, I shared my testimonial about my own journey with breast cancer. I am now 2 years, 6 months, and 16 days from my treatment. And I am grateful for the ability to be here with others and to be there for others, whether they're newly diagnosed or a family member of a newly diagnosed individual. When I look back to look forward, Komen's work is more important than ever. We need your help to continue this work so we won't have to be here in 25 years. The future of Komen will focus on a united approach to mission investment and delivery so that we're able to support everyone equally, no matter where they live.
Mission investment and delivery has certainly changed over the past several decades. It was in 1972 when my mom was first diagnosed with breast cancer, and about the same time that Susie Komen was diagnosed as well. Our history has shown that during the time period, breast cancer as a disease was not widely talked about. So today, I'm proud to be here with you, Lillian, and so many others to speak freely and openly about the need for continued awareness about this disease. It is because of our community that so many people have been saved from breast cancer. But our work is not over. Our work continues until breast cancer is eradicated. And the future of Komen is to focus on 3 key mission drivers: innovative research, leveraging technology, direct patient support, and harnessing the power of our grassroots supporters in transformational research and advocacy.
Thank you for helping us to raise funds and awareness.
Thank you for volunteering.
Thank you for donating.
Thank you for advocating.
Thank you for believing.
And thank you for your continued dedication to fulfilling the promise that Nancy made so long ago to her sister, Susan Goodman Komen.
Thank you, Marilee and Lillian. It's remarkable how a group of dedicated individuals can have such a lasting impact upon the community. You're trailblazers, you're mavericks, you're brave, you're strong, you're awesome, and I love you all. It is now time to draw our last winner of the opportunity drawings tonight. We're excited to give this package away, as it's a completely local package. This includes 4 tickets to an upcoming Padres game, either this season if it happens or the next, as well as a Kula package of sunscreen products, as a pair of Blender sunglasses, very cool local San Diego company. And this is the ultimate summertime San Diego package. Okay, do we have a winner? What is the winner, Blonde Ninja? And the winner is Jennifer Ponder. Well, ponder that. You have won something. Have you ever won something before, Jennifer? Congratulations. As you continue to give, we are inching so very close to our goal. It is absolutely incredible. Our events manager, by the way, will be in touch with you, Jennifer, to receive your Padres package on Monday. Congratulations again to all of our wonderful opportunity drawing winners, and thank you for your support tonight. I want to see if we're close to our goal. We're inching ever closer. We're back with another round of trivia. Oh, there we are. We're at $124,407. We are only $593 away from our $125,000 goal. I'm curious, will someone step in right now and give $500? Will then somebody else just follow up with a few more? Anybody else at $93? Thank you, Lynn Lee, for your donation. Thank you, Vicki Martin, for your donation. Hurry up and give. Make sure to donate now and text 25years.givesmart.com and donate now. Don't forget to text that famous number. I want you to continue giving. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Charles Davis. Thank you so very much. Okay. As the giving continues, we want to see it inch up. We're so close. Thank you, Sasha Advani, for your donation. We're back with another round of trivia. This time we're hitting you with some true or false questions. Question 1. I don't like this question. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. The San Francisco 49ers, true or false, won the 1995 Super Bowl. The answer is true. The 49ers defeated the San Diego Chargers by the score of 49-26. Why you got to do that? Why you got to bring up a painful memory like that? I'm sorry, I'm still a Chargers fan, you know. Rivers didn't want to leave, neither did I. Becoming the first team, the 49ers, to win 5 Super Bowl championships. Whoop-de-doo, good for them. The game was played on January 29, 1995 at Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami, Florida. Question 2. A dozen eggs cost $2.50 in 1995. True or false? The answer is false. A dozen egg costs only 89 cents in 1995. Compared to $2.50 now in 2020. I don't know about you, but I love eggs. I love chickens. It's the bird that poops breakfast. Oh, goodness. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the first half of our program. But at this time, I'd like to welcome back Dr. Thomas Buchholz, Medical Director of Scripps MD Anderson Cancer Center, who provided a healthcare system update earlier. He will now take questions from our audience regarding general breast cancer healthcare due to COVID-19. To ask a few questions, please type in your question into the chat feature. I'm going to ask him a question right now. As a physician during this time, Dr. Buchholz. Hi.
Hi, Zach.
I got this weird click in my elbow. Is that something you can help me? Never mind. All right. As a physician during this time, what is the biggest change you've seen in treatment of your patients during the pandemic?
Well, the pandemic has really put some challenges on our patients. Like I said earlier, we've been able to continue their treatment uninterrupted, which we're so thankful for. Yeah. Some of our colleagues in New York have been under a different form of stress. Sure. But still, there are many changes that are hard on patients. For instance, the limitation of visitation during surgeries and other important procedures where you'd like to have your family there supporting you. Yeah. But there are some positive things. This telehealth phenomenon. Now we're able to connect with patients at their home, in the comfort of their home, and handle some routine reasons that usually they would have to transport in. We're trying to keep our patients as safe as possible, keep them away from medical facilities when appropriate, and then really isolate. At Scripps MD Anderson, we have isolated areas that are kind of protected COVID-free for our patients who are undergoing potentially treatments that potentially impact the immune system.
And you bring up an interesting point, because there's been talk of a shifting, a dynamic shift in the medical community, including telemedicine. For many years now, telemedicine was kind of inching its way into the fray, but now it's really found its way, and it's been an accelerated move. Do you see telemedicine as a benefit? Do you see it continuing to be widely used? Is it covered by insurance after the pandemic is over? What do you see the future of telemedicine?
I think it's going to be transformative. I think this is going to be one of the positive things that results from this pandemic. And not every time can you handle things electronically through the system, but having the capability of even some of our patients who are in the most toxic components of their treatments to do home monitoring with them, to wear bio-wearables, monitor their vital signs.
They don't have to come in.
They don't have to come in. We could connect. We're trying to do everything we can to make the cancer journey as bearable and pleasant as possible for our patients at Scripps MD Anderson.
So as things begin to open back up, which we're starting to see already, will clinical trials for breast cancer pick back up? What are some advancements that we've made prior to the pandemic? What are some things you're looking forward to? And will it be safe for breast cancer patients to participate in them?
Well, I think it is important to let breast cancer patients know that it is safe to receive health care here in San Diego.
Amen.
We have a great community of providers across our entire system. We're all kind of working together. We're in this together against the pandemic. And yes, don't delay or hold off on receiving necessary treatments that your doctor feels are important. Secondly, we do want to reopen up things like clinical trials, bring in new avenues and keep advancing our understanding of breast cancer and keep those advances that make such a difference in the next generation of patients. But I think there's something, that everybody in the community can do for the cancer population, and that's help avoid the spread of COVID-19. Right. We should really practice social distancing. I have my mask right here. We should wear masks out in public, because you never know if the person you're walking past on the street is perhaps a breast cancer patient, and maybe they're susceptible to COVID. And we should do everything within our power, in addition to the generous donations we're giving. Let's donate to the cancer community by practicing the safe methods to limit the spread of this infection.
So if someone goes to their doctor, and the medical facility is not kind of following any sort of new recommended rules or guidelines or regulations, like wearing masks or face coverings, hand sanitizer, replacing paper table coverings, or after each patient, or just wiping down and cleaning surfaces as regularly as they now should, should a breast cancer patient feel safe to go to that environment? I mean, this is about a new level of social responsibility. What should they do? Should they not go again? Should they report it? And if so, who do they report it to? I know I just threw a lot at you, so take your time with it.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm pretty confident that you'll find here in the city of San Diego, you'll find across all our medical facilities that you're not going to find that type of practice. One thing that this pandemic has done is galvanize the medical community of San Diego to act as one. And so we share best practices, we share our resources, we share in this PPE, the protective equipment. And we're trying to address this as a region. The city's working with the medical communities and the county, and everybody's pulling in the same direction. Of course, if you feel uncomfortable, bring it up with your doctor. If that type of neglect is really happening in your environment, please call me and I'll find the right path for you to get the care you deserve.
Well, we'll put your personal cell phone number up on the screen.
Please do.
Because you're that good of a doctor. We have some wonderful questions here on the YouTube live chat section. I have the pleasure of reading off a couple now. You ready for this?
Yes.
How long have you been married, and do you plan on being single anytime soon? No, okay, that was a joke. All right, this is a wonderful question from Kelly Elmore. What are your recommendations for women of color in regards to early screening? How do we decrease the disparities in African-American women? My beautiful friend is using telehealth for her breast cancer care. It's amazing.
Well, I really thank Komen actually for their work in helping address healthcare disparities, which remain a significant problem here in the United States. We still see populations like the African American population where the death rate per 100,000 African Americans still remain higher than the Caucasian. And part of that is making sure they have access to good medical care. And I think it's important that we promote the same type of screening recommendations across all women, independent of their geography, independent of their social economic climate, or independent of their racial background. So we should first promote the ACS, American Cancer Society, and MD Anderson screening recommendations, which are similar across all races. So,
I think it's always good, because it's always just good public policy to always address the elephant in the room. If there's some symptoms that you should be looking out for, that you should be worried for? Obviously, a screening a mammogram is supposed to happen at least every 6 months, or is it a year after you turn 40? Every year after you turn 50? Do you want to increase the regularity check of mammograms?
No, I think the widely publicized, the screening recommendations are somewhat controversial. Annual mammograms are a good
Good practice.
Good practice. And yeah, of course, if you ever detect a breast abnormality, have it sought out. But really, we want to detect breast cancer before it creates any symptoms.
Amen. This is a good question from Cindy Sandback. During the stay-at-home order, were routine mammograms still happening? And if women couldn't or wouldn't have these, are you concerned that the early detection may not be happening?
I am concerned. I think while we've been able to continue treatment uninterrupted, it has been clear that people have been staying at home more, that they've been concerned about going into healthcare facilities. And this is where we have to reopen up things now that we're doing a little bit better. And fortunately, mammography doesn't require an invasive type of procedure, say like a colonoscopy.
That's invasive. That's as invasive as it gets.
So we're not limited by the amount of protective equipment for the medical staff. So again, there have been natural things put on hold so the healthcare system can prepare for the pandemic. But at this time, we encourage, if you're due for your mammogram, please go in and get it.
Don't delay. Thank you very much, Dr. Buchholz, for sharing your knowledge, expertise, and your support of tonight's event. Give it up for Dr. Buchholz. Thank you so much, you handsome devil. Now, I wonder how much progress Claire Marie has made in the past 45 minutes. Let's see the time lapse of her last section of her painting. It's simply amazing to check out more progress. Follow Komen San Diego on social media throughout the weekend. We'll share live updates of the progress of this inspiring piece. This is a one-of-a-kind, customized piece of art being auctioned off with bidding closing at 8 p.m. on Sunday evening. Now, we would not be here without the generosity of all the businesses and individuals who have supported this event. So thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. Thank you to our honorary committee members for creating an amazing virtual experience. Meredith, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Zach, thank you to each of you tuning in from your living rooms. Thank you to our honorary committee members who have really helped us turn this event into an amazing virtual experience. I'd like to thank our sponsors for all that they've done for us this evening and the underwriting they've done. And finally, I'd like to thank our staff and our production team here. Thank you, Event-A-Vision, for all the work you've done to take us from in person to in your living room. Specifically, I'd like to thank each staff member: Annie Allwine, Dalia Balmier, Leah Brun, Carla Lopez, Amy Lord, Francisco Munoz, Michael Walsh, and Lizzie Wittig. They have created this amazing event for each of you, and I can't thank them enough for all of the hard work they put in over the past few months. Thank you very much.
I want to thank everyone that tuned in and purchased tickets and tables and who donated to Komen San Diego tonight. We need your support now more than ever to continue breast health services in San Diego. Let's check in on where we stand. We've done amazing. We have reached and surpassed our goal. We're $125,812. We've done amazing so far, but don't forget, the giving doesn't stop tonight. Our silent auction will be open until 9 p.m. tonight. Custom art will be available until Sunday night at 8, and our donation center will be open and taking donations until Monday, June 1st. Help fill out and expand that ribbon. We're over 125. Thank you so very much. I also like to thank our ASL sign language interpreter. Let's put her skills to the test right now. Are you ready for this? Yeah. Here we go. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. I love the woodchuck sign. That's like my favorite thing. Thank you to everyone that had a hand in supporting our event tonight. Now for our final performance, we go live once again with Spags for the mashup of Counting Stars, Titanium, and Wake Me Up. I'm Zach Crone. On behalf of Meredith Hall-Chan, San Diego, Komen San Diego, our board, our advisory council, our sponsors, our volunteers, and our staff, thank you so very much. Good night. Be safe. Take care of yourself and each other.
Hi, you guys. I hope that everyone has been enjoying an amazing 25th anniversary celebration for Komen San Diego. It has been a pleasure performing for you all today. I have one short set left. I'd like to dedicate this to all of the warriors out there.